Hello, my dear students. Welcome to my physics class. Our today's topics are sound and its type, origin of sound, propagation of sound, velocity of sound, animals' hearing mechanism, limit of audibility and noise, and sound making instruments. Let's start now. Sound and its types. Sound is one kind of energy which creates the sensation of hearing. We hear different types of sound around us like tune of flute, horn of a car, dogs barking, baa baa of goat, birds chirping, sound of rickshaw, bell, etc. That is, we can hear different types of sound around us, and sound is one kind of energy which creates the feelings of hearing. We can recognize different sounds produced from different sources by hearing them. If we hear the sound of horn of a bus, we can understand that the sound is coming from the horn of a bus. And if we hear the sound of birds chirping, then we can understand that it is the sound of birds chirping. That means we can recognize different sounds produced from different sources by hearing them. There are two types of sound. Tuneful sound, the sound which are pleasing to the ear. Example, tune of flute, sound of harmonium, etc. That is, tune of flute is pleasing to the ear, and melodious sound of harmonium is also pleasing to the ear. This type of sounds are called tuneful sound. And tuneless sound, the sound which are noisy and disturbing to the ear. Example, sound of vehicles, sound during cutting iron, dogs barking, etc. That is, these types of sounds are unpleasing to the ear, so these are tuneless sound. Now, origin of sound. If an object is vibrated in any way, then a sound is produced from it. That is, if we strike an object by something, then a sound will be produced from it. That is, if we vibrate an object in any way, then it will produce sound. This production of sound will remain until the vibration of the object is stopped. When the vibration of the object is stopped, no sound will be produced from it. That is, no vibration, no sound will be produced. So we can say vibration of the object is the origin of the sound. That is, sound is produced by the vibration of the object. So vibration of the object is the origin of sound. The vibrating object which produces sound is called source of sound. If we strike a metallic pot by a stick, it will produce sound. If we touch the vibrating pot by our fingers softly, we will feel the vibration of the pot. That means vibration of the object is the source of sound. Now, propagation of sound. The movement of sound from one place to another place is called propagation of sound. That is, transferring of sound from one place to another place is known as propagation of sound. Vibration of the object is the origin of the sound. This vibration propagates through the medium in the form of wave. Therefore, the sound propagates through the medium in the form of wave. That means sound is one kind of wave. Sound is longitudinal wave. We know there are two types of wave, transverse wave and longitudinal wave, and sound is longitudinal wave. Now, wave, the disturbance produced in the medium by the periodic vibration of the particles of the medium is called wave. That is, wave is the disturbance which is produced by the periodic vibration of the particle of the medium. Periodic vibration means the motion of the particle is periodic motion, and we know if the motion is repeated again and again after a certain interval of time, then this motion is known as periodic motion. So wave is the disturbance produced in the medium by the periodic vibration of the particles of the medium is called wave. Longitudinal wave produced in the spring is shown here. Here compression and expansion is produced, that is wave propagated through this spring by compression and expansion, and the particle of the medium vibrates like in this way, that is here to and fro motion of the air molecules, that is molecules of the medium vibrate to and fro motion, and wave is propagating in this direction. Here direction of propagation of wave, and here the to and fro motion of air molecules or molecules of the medium. That is, when sound wave propagates through the medium, the compression and expansion of the medium is produced. If an object is vibrated, it will produce sound. We know it. This vibrating body will vibrate the adjacent molecule of the air. That is, if we vibrate the object, it will produce sound, and the vibrating body will vibrate the adjacent molecule of the air. That is, adjacent molecule of the air will be vibrated by the vibration of the body which is vibrated to produce sound. Now, then the vibrating air molecule, that is this adjacent molecule, vibrating air molecule will vibrate its adjacent molecules. That is, this molecule will vibrate its adjacent molecules. In this way, the vibration will be transferred from one molecule to another molecule of the medium, and finally reaches to the ear of the listener. That is, the vibrating body will vibrate its adjacent molecule, then this molecule will vibrate its next molecules, and in this way this vibration reaches to the ear of the listener. So a medium is needed for the propagation of the sound. That is, sound will be propagated from one place to another place by the vibration of the molecule of the medium. So a medium is needed for the propagation of the sound. Without medium, sound cannot be propagated. And here the mechanism of propagation of sound is shown. Here the particle is vibrating to and fro motion of the particle. Here the particles of the medium are not changing their position permanently. They are vibrated about their equilibrium position, and wave is propagating in this direction. That is, sound is propagating in this direction. Here compression and here expansion is produced in the medium, that is, sound wave is propagated through this medium by creating compression and rarefaction of the medium. Here wave is propagating in this direction and particle is vibrated about their mean position or equilibrium position. Here the red particle is shown, that is the motion of the particle is shown here, that is here to and fro motion. And here sound is produced from this speaker, and this sound is propagating in all direction from this source, and this sound is propagated through this medium by the vibration of the particle of the medium. Therefore, for the propagation of the sound, a medium is mandatory.